You have a good one.
All right, good Monday morning. Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. The VIX volatility is subdued. We had basically a change over the weekend in the United States presidential nomination, or if you will, running mate for Biden stepping down. It seems like as of now, not many. Well, listen, you know what I mean? In the last week, there was an assassination attempt, hell of an attempt. As you look at the Tradeview Market site, as Tesla's pounding calls. Forget what's going on here. It's Monday. Look at Tesla. That calls, Tesla calls, Tesla calls, September. Tesla calls, SPY's bearish, big deal, SPY's bullish. Tesla. All right, get into it. Bottom line is, with all those calls to a degree, I mean, we've seen Tesla go up every day as the market go down, maybe like 6 months ago, if you will. But there was an assassination attempt on the presidential Republican nominee, not an attempt, it actually grazed his ears with Trump. And then the Democratic, nobody knows. So there was an assassination attempt at a Republican, and the head Biden, the president, if you will, stepped down and says he's not running. VIX, by the way, is making the rules on a Monday morning as of what, 11 a.m., right? It is what it is, all right? So I'm being facetious half the time, but what's it going to take to pop the volatility? Either the apocalypse, and last thing you have to worry about is hedging, or some sort of flash crash, which if you're waiting for some binary event to happen, you've been wrong the past year and a half. So if you're waiting for that to happen, it may or may not happen. But if it does, you need that to happen to get even, if you will. All right, TradeView Markets, thank you for sponsoring TradeGATEHub. Here we are, TradeGATEHub, always tweeting or posting Monday's morning events. Thank you for SERPs Up, always aware of what's going on. Work closely with me. All right, thanks also, Astro, Gold, Mickey, H, Ocean Island Trader, he's chirping in there. I know who's on. I'm not going to call anybody out that doesn't speak because, that's not my nature. I'm not a sneak. But I see who you're on. Please feel free to participate. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go here. Fear and greed. Have a good weekend. Here was fear and greed going into the weekend. It was neutral after a semi or tech sell off. Yeah, I guess there was Exxon selling relentless. That's how I left off the weekend. Coach posting a plan going into the weekend. I appreciate that always. More talk about the oils. We have a lot of commodity. We have a lot of macro traders in here. I mean, I'm trying to at least point or help other traders, no matter what their style is, to try to kind of take some money out of the market every day, if you will, whether it be not, we don't really do short term or scalping. Who is going to be obnoxious enough to say they can uh, compete with an algo? I'm not. With that being said, is we're not splitting the atom with option flow, range, volume, trend. You know what I mean? You just maybe do it a little bit better. So with that being said, is we're a commodity, a little bit more of a commodity macro based room. And that's where even going on to one of the best amenities of TGH is going on to the red YouTube icon and listening to those macro views. For example, as we look at Coach, gave one of his, well, I'm not going to grade it. Monday morning, I would say is I look a little bit. I'm going to Coach more often than not on the Monday morning to get some sort of macro view. So there he is, an hour ago, already garnishing 103 views. We appreciate that, Coach. Always leading by example, giving commodity quality over quantity, and get back to the YouTube channel. We'll get into it. So let's get back here posting. Thank you for all. Good morning, my Uncle Mike and friends. AMD, Tesla, good hold. SOL, another one. Bitcoin taking a little bit. So bottom line is this morning, serve. I posted something there for any of the long timers. Coach again pointing. Here's the view on the cues. Once again, fear and greed. Also the oscillators in the middle. So maybe you want to boil it down to the stock picking. Here was the European markets as they were 3 hours ago. Let's see where they close shortly. That's going to be nice where they close. If they close somewhat at the highs, as the VIX is again is subdued. Economic calendar for the week. Always click to enlarge. This is one part of your plan, not my plan. This is some things that may or may not drive your stocks, but sometimes they will drive the markets, and that's for you to weigh to gauge how your stock's at. Okay. Coach, do you have any gold analysis for today? sure you already gave that. A&F upgrade, opened up 7, now it's up 3. Always upgrades, downgrades. Hedge fund boost bullish wagers to a 4-year high on gold. That's interesting because it's interesting definitely to age because you've been shorting the trend or fighting the trend. I think so. You'll get it. Okay. Schwab and so ACB calls flying. That was 2 hours ago, a minute. All right, gold futures always click to enlarge. There's the spot on the gold futures, short term, long term. Roaring kitty about CMAX. I brought it up. We'll keep going to what's going in the room now. All right. CCL bullish. Let's go to what's going on here. My screen. I'll get into the group. Bitcoin lows. Mira up 22. Let's see. Let's get me go on here. Any questions on the main page? Schwab working okay. The others I did quickly scrapped it. I'm going to tell you something, and you know me, or should know me. Maybe I'm a New Yorker. Maybe sometimes I should polish. It's not what I say, how I say it, but I'll tell you something. For a person that wants to take money out of the market, McDooley knows what he's doing. Schwab working okay. Okay. Guy waters water flowers. The other ideas quickly scrapped. Weren't working, he got rid of it. Putting an ego aside, his ideas didn't work. Uranium flat, open airlines did open down. Nick, I appreciate the fact, always open. Okay. I love the fact he tried to mix trading with maybe I don't want to say fundamentals, but logic. Could the logic and fundamentals go hand in hand? I'm not quite sure. That's like the chicken before the egg and the egg before the chicken. But aftermath of CrowdStrike, don't think about it. CrowdStrike was a pure play. I think it finished well off. Actually, it did come in. It finished below 200. We'll look at it in a second. What are they doing here with the wise guy picks? I'll get into the screen in a second, then I'll start dissertating at least what comes off. Tesla calls, Western Dig, BW. You know what I saw that was interesting? Ribbon, crowd, new lows, TME. I'll tell you, on the Jesus feed, they started going in an FXI besides Tesla, which I started off with. They started going with an FX CGC. By the way, CGC is bullish along with ACB, same group. I'm in ACB. I'm in that, as my mentor would say. FGen, we'll check that out later. But I had risk levels in the middle. Don't worry about it. All this, it's up to me to point these out. But where are they on the FXE? Volume sellers keeping a decent bid in the market. Where was all this on the FXI? Pages of FXI calls. Trust me, FXI calls were going for a little bit. I'm going to cut my losses in about 3 ticks. If there's FXI, 1, 2, 3. I can't. I'll have to point out FXI later. Trust me, they're going on. But I saw this stock to make my point. Taking calls. That's what made me think of the FXI, China. TME. Taking call. Okay, here we go. Write it down. This usually works. TME so far, I would say with Tony Pistachio. Hello. Nobody knows what I'm doing for a living. You know what I mean? Next. Okay, what was I saying? China called TME. TME calls going off. TME calls. TME calls. Let's look at the TME chart. Chart that's going up good. All right. Any questions? I get distracted. Sorry about that. I'll leave it at that. Supports holding. You know what? I'm gonna be in the complacency. Any questions in the room? I apologize. I'm getting things going on. Mirror hit the highs. This is the low fluid and mirrors. I'm getting things going on. Mirror hit the highs. This is the low fluid and mirrors. Yeah, you gotta know when to fall. You need a chip in a chair. All right, I'll leave it at that. Apple lows mirror. I'll keep posting. With that, I'll try to do better the next time. It's a Monday, late morning, so time to regroup. I'll put up always the best pure trades I can, and we'll broaden out for there. So thank you for tuning in. Mike V, TradeGATEHub. Thank you for sponsoring from Tradeview Markets. Cheers.